ASMR video. So the shady gray levels is a really bizarre part of the world of the Backrooms. The world where you end up if you no clip out of reality, okay? This video is part 4 of a subseries where I will cover all of the shady gray levels. If you have not watched the first 3 levels, the first three sublevels, no, the first 3 videos of this part, then it's a good idea to watch those before watching this one to get a good idea of what I'm covering. So, as I mentioned before, the shady gray has 8 levels, 8 levels, in which I've covered the first 3 levels of the shady gray. Level 0, 0, level 1, 1, and level 2, 2. And now, I am going to explain this one, the next one, okay? So to recap, in the previous video, getting out of level 2, 2 in the shady gray requires you to come in contact with one of the entities that live in the level and get them to take you to this level. And that's the level I'm gonna cover. So before, you were in a forest with lots of snow that apparently does not melt, even though it is very hot, okay? And once you reach this level, you will know because you would end up in a different place. So I'm going to use this ruler as another object, and I'm going to rub it against this empty package of a chocolate bar that I ate many months ago. It's for your tingles, okay? So the new place, you would now end up in some sort of place that is more wet. So now you're in a place that is more wet, like an ocean. If you end up in an ocean-like place that's no longer a forest, you will have successfully reached level 3-3, okay? 3-3. No, that's not it. Yeah, that is level 3-3. I'm gonna get another object. Wait a second. This one here. I have a container full of gumballs. It's pretty good if you eat gum. It's kind of a way to get some taste in it, okay? Okay, so you would be reaching level 3-3. That is called 3-3. Level 3-3, okay? So level 3-3, okay, is one of the strangest sub-levels, okay? Sub-levels within the shady gray. So level 3-3 is an infinite ocean, okay? An infinite ocean with the same black and white effect that is consistent within the shady gray levels. What makes it so strange is that this ocean is filled with clocks, okay, clocks. It's filled with lots of clocks floating around on the surface of the ocean. And even those ordinary clocks, possess time-altering abilities. In addition, the ocean is unlike the real-life oceans. It's so different than you would have in real life, okay? So they possess time-altering abilities. Okay, so the ocean itself is quite toxic and is made of a mixture of distilled water mixed with what is believed to be a mixture of mercury, liquid mercury, and motor oil. If you do not know, mercury is a shiny metallic liquid that is used in thermometers, okay? Okay, in thermometers, but in the ocean it is abundant in this level, okay? So it is a mixture of mercury and oil, okay? Motor oil. So these clogs float around the ocean, seemingly unaffected by the water. Although the water may feel corrosive, it does not really affect those clogs. And that's other special thing about the clogs is that they don't require any batteries whatsoever, okay? So due to the high levels of oil and mercury, those concentrations make it very, 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 very unlikely that the ocean can provide a good environment for many life forms. So this is a body spray that I use, and I'm going to rub this with this ruler. Okay. If I have mentioned before, this ruler, I got this ruler apparently because I forgot to return it back from a teacher back in, I think, high school or college, I don't remember, but it was like many years ago. Okay, so as for its discovery, okay, there happen to be four, so 4 different types of clogs. There are 4 different types of clogs. Clogs that float along the mercury-filled ocean. Analog clogs, digital clogs, watches, and sometimes grandfather clocks. Those clocks are the clocks that you see in reality, but like I said before, these clocks are very special clocks that happen to appear in this level. Analog clocks are kind of the common ones, although they are not as common. They're just relatively in their common range. So, like I said before, these clocks work normally even if they're submerged under ocean and without any batteries. So I'm going to explain each of the different abilities, those different clocks that they possess, okay? Starting with the analog clocks. The clocks with the hour and minute hands. So analog clocks are the safest clocks. Their ability is simply just a luck factor of taking you to adjacent shady gray levels. So, which means level 2-2 and the next level below it. Touching one of the analog clocks has a chance for you to take you to the next level, which I'm going to explain in the next video, or the level previously, which is level 2-2, which, if you recall, it is the snowy forest that happens to have snow that does not melt. I'm gonna rub this vanilla syrup bottle with the chocolate. Okay, so now, if it does not lead to level 4-4, which is the next level below, it will just take you back to the previous level, so kind of like a 50-50 coin flip. Although it is a kind of a common-ish clock, they are still rare, okay? So digital clocks are the next type. They are very dangerous and also quite rare. Apparently, it is said that picking one up, if you pick one of those digital clocks, it will immediately teleport you to a black void, a mysterious black void, okay? It could be used as a quick escape from the level if you are in intimate danger, but the mysterious properties of the void may be worse than staying on the ocean of levels, on like the ocean of this level or the snowy forest for a while. But no one has really have done this. It's just a speculation, I guess. Maybe it's just a fact. So I don't know if no one has really experienced it, so there is no detailed explanation further. And then there are these watches, okay? Picking one of those watches and wrapping it around the wrist, tying it to the wrist, makes you considered armed and dangerous. If you point a watch towards any living being or entity and turn the hands forward, it will time travel the victim all the way to the day that they leave the world, okay? Which for many is still within the shady gray, okay? So as such, okay, the watch, many use the watch as a form of a weapon, and how wanderers can exploit this ability to time travel people to the day that they leave and not survive, okay? This is not instant in many cases, as if it seems to like being succumbed to an entity, okay? So it is still possible to avoid it and change your fate. However, many people end up not surviving due to watches, which makes them incredibly dangerous, okay? So yeah. Now I'm going to use this ruler and this microphone to try to make sounds, okay? And finally, there are the grandfather clocks. Those big clocks that happen to still float. The explanation that they can float is that mercury has a very high density, but I'm not very sure if something has a very high density, heavier objects with a lower density can float, though I'm not very too sure though. So grandfather clocks are the biggest clocks and are too heavy to pick up. These clocks have the ability to reverse the age of a person or accelerate the aging process of a being to the minutes. Most people who use these big grandfather clocks would throw the victim while they float on the water. So they will throw a victim and put it on those floating clocks. Like they will land on the floating clocks and lie on them, okay? Throwing someone on a grandfather clock either causes the victim to painfully turn back into an infant or age rapidly into an elderly person. The victims usually end up drowning since neither outcome results in the person being able to walk. If they were to be turned into a baby, they would not have the ability to swim up. If they would become an elderly person, they would lose their ability to. It will be much harder to swim, okay, and they would fail to swim, okay. So getting out of this level requires some sort of luck. It requires luck because the only way you can get out of this level into the level below is the use of the analog clocks. I'm gonna rub this again, okay? As I mentioned before, you might end up back on level 2 too, so you might have to revisit that level back again, and then come back to this level to try again and use the analog clock to get to the next sublevel, level 4-4, okay? There is no alternative to getting to the next level, so and such analog clocks are the shortest, the only way to get to the final stable sublevel, which is known as level 4-4. And that's gonna be the level that I'll be covering in the next video. So, and that is it for level 3-3. So level 3-3 is of the shady gray. It's part of the shady gray, which is just an ocean with many clocks that can do weird things related to time. And so, I hope you have gotten your tingles. Please give a like if you have gotten some tingles, and it will be greatly appreciated, okay? The next part of this series will be covering the last levels. And don't forget to look for the glass of almond water I hid it throughout the video. If you happen to find it, comment down below the timestamp. If you're new to this channel, I make ASMR-fied content from coding videos to maybe dream videos to some random facts about the Backrooms and maybe other videos along the way. I might make a non-ASMR-fied video if I got the chance, but in time, stay tuned for the next one, and peace out.